the TT bike. Right now it's kind of torn apart. We had it built. We tried to see if it would work. And then we thought we needed to do a higher set of stackers and everything. We bought a whole new stem to make that happen, only to realize that we need to go not from this, but from this high back to the low. So we kind of went in a circle, which we have a tendency to do, but we needed it to verify exactly where we needed to be, or rather where we didn't need to be. So we'll get there. Just kind of experimenting. Still have some work to do. All right. I think we've got it. Maybe. We'll see.
Moment of truth.
Moment of truth.
It's been the moment of truth 5 or 6 times now, but I think
we're pretty close.
I think we got it this time. Doing 330 watts at 127 beats a minute.
Yeah, so
huge difference.
We are day 3 on the bike fit. Probably 5-6 hours in. I think we've got Cory's back end dialed. So his hip angle is where we want it. Now we're just trying to figure out his front end to get him more aero. We have a few ideas, but it's like we can't exactly get him there. So go into a full aero position. So the goal is to be able to get Cory a little bit tighter. And to do that, we would just need to change around some of these pads. We are tearing the front end all apart. We figured something out, and
again,
yeah, we just keep adjusting. How long did we spend working on the Giant before we got it reasonably okay? It's a while. That, right? No, not that far. So like there. Bolt the equivalent of here.
Well,
have fun.
I will.
Alright, this is day 5. We've been going around and around on the TT Fit for a while now. It's been, I don't know, probably 10 hours worth of work of adjusting.
More than that.
And then sending Cory out to ride, and then coming back and adjusting. And we've kind of gone around in a circle. We've had some arguments, we've had some disagreements, and I think we're getting close. And this is part of the process of working through things. I think most people, they don't want to deal with that much conflict and struggle. They'll get it to good, maybe good enough, and then they'll leave it there. Whereas Cory and I both have the tendency to want to push things, to their absolute limit, and we kind of both drive each other crazy a little bit sometimes, and there's some friction there.
We both have a feeling of what it is that we want. So the typical TT setup, people will set it up for now and they roll out there and just train into it. For us, we know what we're looking for. I'm a really good development rider. He's really good at bike fitting, and so between the two of us, it's kind of like a yin and a yang kind of thing. We bounce ideas off of each other, but if we have the patience to go through the process, we can really skip 6 months worth of getting your body tuned into riding, and you can do it in like 10 or 15 hours of just really good setup time.
Today, I'm gonna go up to San Clemente, which is about an hour north of here, and do some aero testing. It's a good place for us because it's pretty flat and we can get some runs out and back. So we're gonna have a look at Cory's position, just kind of see where things are at. I'll be honest, I'm definitely feeling it. This has been a hell of an experience so far, just trying to get all the pieces put together. And, you know, there's a lot of pressure on myself. There's a lot of pressure on Cory, and I could see it for both of us. We're both just tired. And, you know, that's what happens. You put yourself on the line and you say, this is what we want to do, this is how it's supposed to be done, and then it's on you to either deliver or come up short. And I have this just sort of panicked feeling of worried about coming up short. You know, put in all this work, done all this stuff to, you know, get everything in place, and what happens if it all falls apart? I don't know. So we'll see how it goes, and aero testing should be interesting. I'm definitely nervous about that. I think Cory's aerodynamics are okay, but we've just been fighting with this TT position of his to get him just so. Fighting with each other. He's just been really kind of pushing back on me a lot in terms of, you know, where I want to go with things, and so that's been, just everything has been hard. So, yep, always forward. All right, we are out at San Clemente. It's time to do some aero testing. Got the TT bike going. Dear God, this was a bit of an ordeal, but I think we're in a good place. Everything seem okay? All right. Palomar and gonna do some big gear work on the time trial bike, and we've had some issues getting his fit dialed. It's still not where we want it to be. We need to change the front end again, but right now it's in a decent place. I'm not in love with it. I don't think it's fantastic, but it's a good baseline that we can build off of. Cory's not feeling awesome, and I think this is important though, because this is one of those do the work days. People usually only want to train when they feel good, or push it when they feel good, but being a professional or executing at a high level means you do it, especially on the days when you don't want to do it. And that's really the difference maker, because it's the people who keep going during those days are the ones who make the difference. So it sucks, but it is what it is. Yeah, Cory's just been fighting with this bike. Fighting with me is just like a huge struggle. And at a certain point, you just gotta put it in gear and go. So, yeah, we'll see how today goes. Going on?
198 normalized.
Nice.
Just cruising.
Good, actually. I like that.
I can barely do MB right now. But
it's okay. Just do the work. You look good.
I don't feel very good.
It's all right.
I'm gonna have to do a 300, but
that's not nothing, man. You're doing great. You really are. Yeah, the thing is with Cory is like a year ago, it was all new, and so he just did the work without even thinking about it. But now he has this expectation about how he thinks it's supposed to be. You know, it's like another giant leap forward. No, it's just like now we're in it, and you're gonna be like marginally better. So do the work. Well, sometimes the best laid plans go awry. Cory had a bit of an incident yesterday. Front wheel is trashed. Bike seems to be okay though, which is lucky. The handlebars are a little bit wrenched, but otherwise everything is okay. How are you doing today? How's the head? Looks
Good.
a little beat up.
That
We have Cory in concussion protocol today. We think he have maybe a mild one, level 0, maybe 1. And we're just going to move forward with an abundance of caution, taking today completely off. And then tomorrow will be an easy spin on the bike. And then we'll do that before we even think about anything else, because your head and your health is our number one priority. So, how are you doing?
good. Just keeping myself occupied, looking at other things, relaxing, trusting in the process.
Trusting in the process. It's always a little hiccups in the way, and you know that's why we've built in as much, capacity, so that we can manage little setbacks like this without it being super detrimental. So
These are always the bumps you run into, but we've accounted for them, so it's okay.
So it's been an interesting start to the season. It's a couple of weeks removed from Valley of the Sun, and I've been got really sick over the weekend, and my voice was starting to get better, and then I just trashed it again. The big part of that has just been insanely busy, and there's a lot on my plate. Just getting Cory's position on the TT bike dialed, figuring out a set of race wheels for him and getting those mounted. These are the new Conti tires, and he's borrowing a set of tubeless, super light Bontrager wheels. And, we're making a lot of adjustments here and there to his TT bike, his road bike. Want to get his position dialed and also try to lighten some weight on the road bike. Along the way, the guys raced over the weekend. Justin and Rex, they went and did a crit. It was kind of whatever. And then Joey and Eno, they were out racing in Tucson. I kind of have mixed feelings about racing, when people aren't completely ready or prepared for it. I generally know ahead of time whether people are going to do well or whether they're going to win. You either have the tools or you don't. So when Joey and Eno are like, yeah, we want to go out to Tucson, race out there, I'm just like, what's the point of that? You don't have the tools to win. You're going to be up against a few teams that have more manpower, more horsepower, But at a certain point, I think it's also important to let people, they got to go out there and do it. So, yeah, Joey, he learned some things, I think. Still needs to work on managing things a little better. He made some mistakes. And Eno, he needs more fitness. He didn't really start training until the first of the year, so it's been 2 months of training. And then yesterday, Cory crashed.
So it's just like I'm trying to get everybody ready and in place for Redlands. And it's a lot. It's a whole hell of a lot. And I'm tired. And I could see that everybody around me, they're worried about me because they keep asking, like, Jordan, what can we do? Go get some rest, do this. But it's like, I can't. There's no time to stop. I've got to make sure that we, keep driving forward. I have objectives that I want to reach. And, with everybody, it's just like I'm trying to balance everything and hold everybody together. Give Rex a little bit more confidence. Make sure Justin is accountable. Work with Joey and make sure that his tactical understanding gets better. And he's got to, up-level his equipment. Raul, his process and his execution have to come way up. And then Cory, it's just like, keeping him in a place that he's well managed. So it's hard. It's really freaking hard. If you're ever thinking about starting a team, man, good luck. It's, it's not for the faint of heart. So, just trying to manage the breaking points and doing the best that I can. And we're just going to keep driving forward till Redlands. And, we're going to see what we can get. Outside is free.
Go join your friends. Go back home. Go back home.
Not circle, but spiral. Because circle comes back around the same spot. Spiral goes a little closer to where you want to go.
Yeah,
So we went in like a spiral, so now we're roundabout better. In a better version of the same place.
Better version of the same place.